Well, folks, hello. This is Prof. Sharma coming at you from my home office. This is a introductory video which sort of goes over some of the essentials and key things that you need to keep in mind. And I'm trying to post this video sometime on Monday so that you will have a couple of days to sort of take a look at the video and make sure you are as prepped for the class as you can possibly be. So, Intro to Business, BMRT 11,000. Unfortunately, despite my best efforts, this class is going to be remote this semester. So fall of 2020 is going to be remote. However, I want to quickly emphasize that this is a remote class. This is not an online class. Okay, so what that means is that we have a class meeting time of Tuesday and Thursday from 2:15 to 3:30 p.m. So we will be having live sessions, live lectures during those times. Okay, now the formatting of it, at least on Tuesday and Thursday, is going to slightly vary, and I will explain that on our first class on Thursday here. But this is not a class where, I just post stuff online and then you go ahead and do stuff on your own. No, so this is going to be a participation-based class where you would be required to attend the session live as it occurs on Tuesday and Thursday at 2:15 p.m. Okay, so a few points that you absolutely need to take care of. Number one, and this is the most important point, please let me know if you have internet connectivity problems. A lot of my students, they sort of either they don't live in the New Philly Dover area, or wherever they're coming from, they may be living in, some sort of a outside city limits type area, and because of that, they may get just poor internet. Okay, so since we're going to have live sessions, and then eventually when we'll be thinking of exams and stuff, including homeworks, you do need good internet connection. So if you don't have good internet connectivity, worry not. There's tons of things that you can do, and I'll actually sort of demonstrate some of these here, which will allow you to take this class without any problem whatsoever. Okay, a lot of students may actually have an in-person class, and then they may have to take my remote class. So if you're somebody who is going to the Tufts campus on Tuesday and Thursday, and then you have an in-person class, you have to sort of think of, okay, how am I going to get to the remote class right after my other class just ended? Okay, so this class is from 2:15 to 3:30. You may have a class from 12:50 to 2:05. Well, the good news is that the Tufts campus actually has placed remote learning centers, and you can access them from, and those are socially distanced. So while you're in the university, you can just go to those remote learning centers and pretty much take my class while you're in the campus. However, a even better solution is to simply take the course from your car. So one of the things that the university has done over the semester, over the summer, in preparation for this fall, is they have increased the Wi-Fi capability of the campus. So if you're sitting in your parking lot, so parking lot A and B, you could just have a laptop, and I hope that it is at least a laptop, because then you can follow along with the slides. You can just sit there with your laptop and you can pretty much take my class while you're sitting on in a car. Okay, so you have several options. You can do from your home if you have good internet connection. If you want to do it if you want to take the class from a remote learning center, you can totally do it. And if you want to just sit in your car and just take my lecture, that's perfectly fine too. Of course, you have to think about other considerations as well, that as we go towards winter here in November and December, it might actually get a little cold, so you may have to keep your car running to keep yourself warm, but I will leave those decisions to you. But I do want to inform you that you do have a remote learning option if the internet connection at your place is not that good. Okay? A couple of other things. Like I said, this is a live session in the sense that on Tuesday and Thursday, I will meet you online at 2:15 p.m. And what that means is that there's an expectation that you actually meet me at that time. So while I obviously cannot force people to take classes, I would strongly encourage you to actually attend the lecture live. I entered a business. It's a very interactive class, and as I sort of mentioned at the top, it's a real shame that we can't meet in person because there's a lot of opportunity for back and forth. Now, I sort of recognize that in this distant environment, it might be a little hard to keep things interactive, but I have, from experience, sort of gauged that an interactive ability is still possible. And a lot of things that I say in my lectures do become part of my homeworks and part of my exams. So it's very important that you actually attend the lectures, or if you can, at least watch the recordings. The reason I encourage people to attend live is because that way, if you have any questions or if you have any concerns, you can actually be there and ask your question via chat, or just ask in person, because it's essentially going to be a conference type environment. Okay, additional details are of course coming on Thursday when we actually meet. But one thing I do want to sort of point out, that the lectures themselves will take place on Blackboard Collaborate Ultra. Okay, so I'm sure all of you have a Blackboard account. I know many of you might be freshmen, but it's very simple. I'll in fact provide some details in the email where I will link this video, and all you have to do is just go in there at Collaborate Ultra, and then you're pretty much in. You will have access to all the slides, and as you're watching the video, you'll be able to see me and the slides that we're essentially discussing. So I will try to put all the slides beforehand, so just in case you want to print out your slides, or if you want to just take your own notes, you will have access to that material as well. Okay, so the important thing to note, the reason I in fact made this video is make sure that you have adequate and good connectivity. Okay, it is critical to think about this right now, because eventually when we get to exams, so we're going to have the homework problems in the exams, and my exams are in fact online, specifically for the remote class. So it's not just going to be some sort of assignment that you have to turn in for your grade. It is actually going to be an exam which you will have to complete in a specified duration, when of course the time comes. So it's very important to have a good internet connection. Okay, thank you so much. I will see you on Thursday. I look forward to interacting with you guys, even though it's unfortunate that we have to do this online, but hopefully you will still get a lot out of this class, because I'm very passionate about this class. It's a very important class, and you can get a lot out of it if you actually try to engage, basically. Okay, so thank you so much, and I will see you on Thursday.